How's it going, guys? My name is Plxton, and today we are finishing up a tour of the airport. In the previous episodes we have shown inside and the planes, the control tower and some other stuff, and I just want to wrap up and show what else there is. So we'll start here, which you might have seen in the previous episode, well, the outside of it anyway, and this is Terminal 2. As you can see, this is for private jets, and we have this private jet over here, which I did feature in the planes and helicopters video, that one right there. And this is for basically the rich people that want to just come and have their own plane take off if they need to, instead of waiting for the commercial jets to come in. And it's actually an old building. I should probably state now, the old airport, if we line up with Solo Tower over there, the old airport used to come over there like that. I should probably have my hand out right now, but I don't. And say you've got that line there. If you follow that line all the way to here, that was the airport. So you can see how small it used to be in comparison to its enormous size now. If you look on the map, it's huge. And basically that area over there used to be a housing estate until I blew it up and replaced it with this just massive airport. So that's that, and this has always been here. This is probably one of the only things I kept, apart from the fire station, which we'll get to in a second. And there used to be two hangars here and here, so this runway here never actually existed until I updated the airport, but that runway over there always existed, and you'll see in a minute it is the longest one, even though it's for the actual private jets itself. And you can see this is quite a basic building. I've actually left the interior the same, obviously, because I just wanted you to get a sense of the changes. The only thing I did change about this was the schools, but that was probably about a year ago itself. So I just wanted to leave this as it was, just to kind of show you how the old airport itself used to be in comparison to the modernism that's in the new airport. Basically, the idea of this was that the people would come in, they'd either wait for the jet to come in or they'd already be here. If they had to wait, they'd wait inside here, where it's kind of cozy and modern. And then up here there's a little bar area, and then there's a little terrace thing here where they can eat, and there's some basic umbrellas. But as you can see, I kind of wanted to experiment with the modern thing. Originally this was meant to be a kind of house design, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I think it was meant to be a house, but it kind of does look like a stupid house. But as you can see, each wall is different, and this is like end of 2012, so well, sometime around that area, maybe for 2013, I don't know. But as you can see, this is probably like the first modern building I did before we started heading into that type of thing and that type of thing and every other new thing, and the new stadium build, which is taking place quite nicely. But this is new, this road here, because originally there wasn't any way for the people to get their cars to come to the airport, so I had to put this road in, and the road just snakes around. And here we have a barrier control, and there's two officers, so basically they'd have a key card which would lower the barrier, and then they'd park their car into this kind of garage type thing, garage if you want to call it a garage, and there's two of those, and these things here represent, well, these are the barriers obviously, and these are the zones that you bring your car into, and it would lift the car up if it needed to, and these connect straight into what I think they were called, let's see if the name's still there, the name's gone, that's sad. I think that was called the, I can't remember, is it the Lexington Link or the Lexington Underground thing? I can't remember. It might be on this side, but this was a really early tunnel system as we go through it, and obviously it's got nothing in comparison to, yeah, it's all gone. It might, I'm just gonna waste time here by the looks of things. Let's see if it's over here. No, it's all gone. The names are all gone. But this was the main road at the start, and I'm not sure if I've shown you the new roads yet. No, I don't think I have. But that bridge over there is part of the newish road system. It's kind of old now, but yeah. And that's how they get to that. But the main thing I wanted to show you was basically the outside of the airport. It seems I've shown you all the inside. So if you want some kind of inspiration on how to extend the runway off of the ground, some airports do this. Just build a bridge out basically, and it can be like a kind of like floating island thing, kind of like an aircraft carrier type thing, and it just slingshots you out into the ocean. And somewhere in here there's a sign, I think. I'm trying to find the sign. There it is. What does that say? Big tree. Great. But yeah, that's, if you want some inspiration on just that type of thing, that's that. Next I'm going to take you to the baggage thing. There is the baggage trailer tutorial if you need that. That's on my channel. It's in the vehicle tutorials. That's my design, and this is what it goes to, and this is the kind of depot for the baggage truck itself. A really basic kind of design, just squares going on squares. This is newish. As you can see, the aim for this was to have it kind of cluttered. If you've seen maybe part 2, 3, I'm not sure, it might be, yes, maybe part 3. You see the baggage carousels, and they go on the ground and they come up here. So this was represent someone's luggage, nothing in it. But as you can see, this is where they store the baggage handling things at night and stuff. And there's quite a lot of luggage here. This is either lost luggage or luggage waiting to go on planes. But we've got crates, speakers for some reason, just because they look like it, technology, and other things like dishwashers or whatever it is. And that's just backed up. Really basic and stuff. It just adds a little bit of detail, and they're even in here. I mean, it's cluttered everywhere. And then there's the coffee machine, some hooks for coats if they want them, and a flower, a little flower by itself. So that's that. In here we have, well, I'll get to the fire station bit in a second, but we're just wrapping up basically the airport here. The next video I'll either go on to do some more skyscraper showcases like we used to do, or I'll probably do some kind of quick tour thing, just in case you want to like skip watching all of these and you fancy just doing a little fly around thing. But it kind of depends on the amount of time I have on my hands. I've been looking at this bend for a second, because I want to say this bend itself took about 5 hours to do. It looks quite simple, the idea that you start here and it goes out like a playing field, but when I was doing it, that was like near impossible, and that was back in April of last year. I remember doing it because I was watching How I Met Your Mother at the same time. And then obviously, like I said, this is the stupid runway that just extends out, and if you try and land a big jet here, the building's not completely loaded in, you're going to probably slam into one of these buildings. All these buildings, if you're new or newish, all these buildings have been showcased, so if you want to take a look at them, just go back through my channel history and you'll find them. If you're looking for some security fence inspiration, look no further. We've got this design. I'll probably be using this in future Let's Builds and stuff like that, just because I like the design. It's fairly new, but not too new. It was one of the things I added in at a stage when we were building the airport here. And we're nearly done. I'm kind of speeding through this episode because I don't want to go into depth with all of this. I mean, if you look at this barn type thing, this is the fire station. You're about to see one of the worst vehicles you've ever seen. This is a little fire truck thing. Not an actual fire truck, but a kind of ambulance small response vehicle. Yeah, I can build vehicles a lot better than this now. This is old and bad looking, and it's also taking up item frames for this area. But these represent what gear would go on. I don't know if you can picture this in your mind, but we'd have 2 fire trucks here, airport fire trucks. These would be the garage doors that they go through. You keep some equipment there. We have a kitchen here that's using quite a few item frames. I mention item frames all the time just because this area is like on a budget. But this is also as old as the old airport itself, so you're going back quite a few years. I missed a floor, didn't I? Yeah. There's 2 desks. They are literally some of the ugliest things I've ever seen. Old, very old. But I thought I'd leave these things in since we have a new airport that has quite a lot of. I'm just checking where the sun is. Yeah, I think I have daylight saving time on. The airport itself has quite a lot of modern stuff in it, so if you're a basic builder, some of this might be helpful. I don't know, and these will be locker type things. But yeah, I don't like this place. It's just basic, showing you stuff like that. And as you can see, we've got a basic seawall protecting the airport. I didn't have enough time to just like add loads of features to it, so I just built a modern white wall. As you can see, there's a little bit of detail in the runways and stuff, with these boxes representing the, I don't know, maybe the light things, the power stations for all the lights. I've never actually known what they are. I think they are for those, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we've rushed through this episode. I mean, we're still running at an average time of 12 minutes, but I think next episode we'll either, if I've got enough time, I'm quite busy right now, I will try, but if I have enough time to do another showcase, I'll do it, and we'll start the next season of the showcases, which would be the top of the map. And that's nearly done. There's just 1 or 2 buildings which I can't be bothered to do. You'll understand why. I think it's just 1 building actually, but you will understand why when you see it. It's 50 by 50 by something like 120. That's a lot of time to do stuff. So, and if I don't have time for all of that, I'll do a quick run around of the airport as like an inspiration thing, looking at all the best features of the airport instead of you having to spend, I don't know, like an hour to watch the entire 5 episodes that I've done, not including the tower and the planes and all the other things that I've just randomly added in. But we are done for the airport now. I think as a mega project that it is here, I've managed to get most of what I need to tell you about it out, and if you found it useful this time itself, looking at the airport, going back to the lobby here, this is my favourite part. I think we'll end it here, my favourite part. Going back to the lobby, here we've got the modern designs, and then going to this episode here where we have the old buildings. You can see the difference, just gradual building experience, stuff like that. It doesn't take too long to learn, but as I said, this is the last proper episode of the airport season, so if you've liked it, give it thumbs ups and stuff like that, add it to favourites. I don't know if anyone still does that. Does anyone add to favourites? I mean, liked videos are just as easy to find. But anyway, yeah, subscribe if you're new, if you want to. Obviously, we have some good videos, and I will see you guys later. I've been Plxton. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.